Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome the one and only Singapore Double Diamond Billy Teoh. Come on, give it a big hand.
Evening, guys. Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
You know, I could just stand here and say hi, bye, because everyone is looking at their watch. Do you really want to go back? No? Right. I'm given a title: How to Achieve Breakthrough in Business. Okay. I want to change something. It's not in business. Actually, in life, you have to achieve breakthrough. So, achieving breakthrough. That's my title. Okay. Now, before that, I want to do a little survey. Okay. How many people don't like sales? How many people who really hate selling something? Okay. Yeah, we are in the same group. I don't like selling. Now, people might be asking, then why are you in this business? Okay? So the moment I understood how fair this business model is, that's when I started to commit and I learned out. I wasn't doing selling, I'm only doing sharing. Okay? We share everything every day. Don't you? Don't you? In Facebook, you talk about some food, it was really good, right? Then you snap a picture because what? It's a ritual. You snap food before you eat. How many of you do that? Right, that's the ritual. So you start sharing food. You start sharing everything, okay? You start sharing good service. And I know that people also start sharing bad services, okay? So, anyway. But breakthrough. This is from the Oxford Dictionary. Let's look at a few keywords, okay? Breakthrough is development, discovery, overcoming obstacle, barrier, and progress at a different level in a particular profession, as well as success and recognition. So what it's trying to tell you is you have to overcome certain things. There's no way around it, okay? Now, why do you want to achieve breakthrough? Simple. Because you want to get to the other side. There are 90% of people, I didn't do a survey, but just one big slap, 90%, they are happy with what they have today. Are you? I believe people who sit here, maybe 90% of people are not happy with what they have and they want to make it better. Do you want to make it better? Yes. Then tell someone next to you and say, I came to the right place. You came to the right place, okay? Yes, you came to the right place. Now, I didn't like sales because I came from a professional background. I'm a computer engineer, graduated from University of London. I have my MBA. I worked in a semiconductor factory before. I was recruited in Royal Air Force as a flying officer. Why do I tell you this? Because when that was advertised, it says you have to be a British subject or a citizen. I'm neither. I'm not a British subject, neither am I a citizen. Then why do I get into Royal Air Force? Because it's a breakthrough. I don't believe that they don't want me. So I went for the interview. And the first thing they told me was this: I have to bring your attention, Mr. Teoh. That's what they said, okay? You do not qualify the prerequisition. I say, I'm very aware of this. He said, why are you applying anyway? I said, look, I believe I have certain skill and expertise that could benefit Royal Air Force. Then he said, what makes you think so? I said, otherwise I won't be here, right? Right? So going through 7 interviews, I got the job, okay? I was commissioning, okay, to protect the Queen and the country. So anyway, that is part of the breakthrough. Because if you don't break through, you can never get to the other side. Breaking through is like doing things you dread doing, you have fear doing, you don't feel like doing, okay? That is breaking through. How many of you have experienced some breakthrough? Yeah, big or small, it doesn't really matter. Right? One of my biggest breakthrough is I've been smoking for 30 years. Okay? And one day I decided to give it up. Okay? That's a breakthrough. Now, let's... Oh. I wanted to show you one egg. And they show you 3. Okay? Anyway. Just imagine, okay? For an egg to break through, there are 2 ways. One is a broken egg. The other one is a hatching chicken. Okay? Now what's the difference? The difference is this. One becomes a food and the other one becomes life. So breakthrough has to come from you. Today you listen to all these speakers, testimonial and all that, but the decision has to come from you. It has to come from inside. Otherwise you become food. There is no life to your enthusiasm. There is no life to your breakthrough. Okay? I've heard many times people say, I must find a good leader to really make me break through. There's nobody who can make you break through. The breakthrough comes from you. If your leader say, don't ever speak to anyone but leave everything to me, trust me, your growth, your breakthrough may not be a big one. Right? Because every time you have to wait for someone to do the presentation for you. But if you can do it, you can learn it up, and you can skillfully present to every friend and every person that you come across, then you grow. That's your breakthrough. So do not await for people to make a breakthrough for you. Okay? You have to make this happen to you. Agree? So please tell someone next to you and say, the breakthrough depends on you yourself. Okay. Now I think they're going to show you a lot of pots coming out, okay? Now, let's assume success is boiling a pail of water. Yeah, really makes it boil. And to boil a pail of water, everyone knows it needs 100 degrees centigrade. Agree? Yeah. There's no big science. So you really have to burn the water and boil it. It means, in this business, if the water doesn't boil, there is no success. It means that if the water is 99.5%, 99.5 degrees centigrade, it doesn't boil, there is no success. Okay? So, it also tells you that many people will try something and kind of stop one day. They are so close to getting that success, but they tend to give up at 99 degrees. They tend to give up at 99.5 degrees. You know, 幾心痛啊? You know, heartache, isn't it? Right. Now, let me ask you a question. Which pot will boil first? A or B? What's the difference? Big fire or small fire? Now, the fire could mean many things. It could mean the activity in your group. Could mean activities in you. It could mean your fire in you. When you heard Robert Nunn speaking, you see all the fire is in him. That's why the water will boil faster. Okay? So what's your fire? I'm not judging you. Please classify or categorize yourself. Is your fire big or is your fire small? Okay? The other thing is, which pot will boil first? B will boil first. Why? Because they have more fires. Now, there's another way of looking at this is this. Are you depending on one person? When you bring the person in and say, you better be a diamond. Or are you having a few options? Right? Now, you know, people come, people go, they go up, they come down, they have quarrel with their parents, they have quarrel with their loved ones, you know, they have good mood, bad mood, you know, there's raining outside, but they also have rainy inside, right? And then one day they decided, hey, I'm not going to do something anymore. You know, is your business going to be affected? Okay? So, if you want a consistent business, you have to have more than one fire. Right? Are you working with achieving more groups or building the fire? Next thing, it's not in here, but you just imagine, one fire is very consistent. The other fire moves about. It means that sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not. Now you see me, now you know. Right? You know, there are a lot of people, they actually work this business like that. Today, wow, they come, wow, hula, 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 hula. Then tomorrow, they disappeared. Right? When will your water boil? Never. It will forever won't boil. Isn't it? You come, you go, you come, you go. It's not the way to build a business. The decision has to come from you, and breakthrough comes from you. Okay? Now, let's read a few quotations, okay? In fact, there's actually a lot of things, but we have to cut it short. Breakthrough happens when limiting thoughts and behaviors are challenged. So when you face challenge, you know that you have to overcome this little limiting belief, limiting thoughts, limiting action in order to achieve breakthrough. You have to be prepared. Okay? Next, when you're tempted to give up, your breakthrough is probably just around the corner. Look, when things get really difficult, it's a time that is the turning point. Are you doing something about it, or you're not doing anything about it and give up? Most often than not, many people give up. Okay? Next. The biggest battles are always right before the sweetest breakthrough. Trust me. Now, if you are always a person who give up when you face challenges, to you, there's no breakthrough. And in your life, will always, the key word is, when the difficulty comes, I give up. Life is not well lived when you don't challenge your ability and all that and have a breakthrough. So to me, you only live once. Why not you live your best? Okay? Last but not least, sometimes it takes an overwhelming breakdown to have an undeniable breakthrough. Now, there are some of you, or maybe there are someone who didn't come here. They are at the verge of what? Breaking down. Tell them, sometimes the worst scenario yields the best result. Look at this Beethoven. I can't remember what symphony he wrote. His last symphony, which is his best symphony, when it's written, when he cannot see, when he cannot hear, and everything that he composed was singing in the heart. Right? So, are you ready to challenge yourself? Look, it's your life. It's your life. The methods are here. If you follow a certain fixed method of doing things, meeting people, presenting plans, you're bound to achieve your result. The only question is this: sooner or later, fast or slow, now or later, or this lifetime or never. Right? It's still in your hands. Okay? For me, when I make a decision, I never turn back. I keep hearing all this, understanding your why and all that. And I know there are also books who tell you refresh your why. Now, if your why is true enough, it don't need refreshing. It stays in you. Right? But do not cultivate the habit of keep giving up. Because once you give up, it's very easy to give up the next time. And then the next time. It's always excuses like, I might as well find something else. Right? Today, opportunity knocks on your door. But it's entirely up to you whether you open it or you challenge it. Or giving excuses. So, to conclude, it's actually very, very simple. All of us are not hired to come here to impress you. In fact, I'm not even here to impress you. I'm here to share with you, that's a little journey that I went through. Okay? Everybody has challenges. We are paid with the past results. We are paid because we are able to solve problems. We are paid because we take challenges seriously and we overcome one after another. What's your choice? What's your breakthrough? What's your challenge today? Are you prepared? That's the question you go back, you're going to ask yourself. If you are, do not challenge your upline, do not challenge the person who introduced you this business. Because why? Many books tells you creativity yields breakthrough. Not in this business. It has a map, a roadmap. This is the instruction that you follow. Okay? If you want to create anything, can. Why not you achieve crown diamond first? Then you change something. But since you have not learned, follow every instruction, your introducer, your sponsor is not going to hurt you. Because if you yield nothing, you don't have a result, they get nothing too. So my request and my suggestion for you is follow the system, follow it full-heartedly, right? And if you find any challenges, overcome it. Because if you don't have breakthrough now, when will you have it? Okay? If you're a person who keep giving up when you face with excuses, faced with challenges, now there's no more excuse. Because all of us overcome this stage. Okay? So there is no rocket science, there's nothing to create. Okay? You just use the product, slap it on your face as much as you can, okay? As frequent as you can. If you can wash your face 5 times, I'm sure the improvement will be great. Okay? After all, it's a business. True enough. So follow whatever the instruction is and do the business. Okay? Success will be yours. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Singapore Double Diamond Billy Teoh. Come on, put your hands together. Yeah. Clap your hands. He's at the side over there. Come on, he can hear you. Give him a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of tonight's auspicious